Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day it is for you guys. For me, here is December 24th. We have the day before Christmas. So it is that whole holiday season. Things are getting busy, but it's early in the morning here. So we're gonna film a quick little video today, you know? Get something out for you guys right before the holiday. And yeah, so obviously, as you guys can tell, I'm back here in New York, right? So we got the M3 still just sitting here. I actually took it out yesterday. I just took it around the block. I need to start it. Haven't started since Thanksgiving, so I was able to do that. And yeah, I mean, I graduated college. Now we're moved back in with the parents and starting to work, make some money. I just ordered a bunch of parts for this thing. That'll be in upcoming video that hopefully isn't a disaster. But today's main focus, right? So I've had some comments just about the drift car itself and how much it costs to build this car and to go drifting for this entire year. So I'm gonna set up a little seat for me so I could sit down, because I got a couple pages of some good lists that I've created. So give me a second, let me figure out where I'm gonna sit. Okay, so, oh, this is a little crooked. Maybe I'm crazy. Hold on. It's pretty good. I might be crazy, but that's okay. So, we got some papers to go through here. I've got 4 sheets of paper. Good fun. So, hopefully this isn't too boring for you guys. I'm gonna try to throw, I guess, some B-roll and clips over my talking to make it a little more interesting for you. But it's a long list, so let's get into it right off the bat. So, starting with the suspension, in the whole process of doing the subframe rebuild, I put in Godspeed tow arms, 154 bucks. Godspeed sway bar end links, 60 bucks. Coilovers, Godspeed coilovers, $750. Reinforcement plates, the rear plates and the R-tabs, so it doesn't rip out the chassis in the rear. That was $157. Axle spacers for the rear. On lower cars, you want to run that to help change the angle so axles are less prone to break. 62. IRP R-tab poly bushings, $68. Drivetrain E46 toe correcting trailing arm brackets, $155. Allows you to adjust the toe in the rear. IRP poly diff bushings, $177. IRP rear subframe poly bushings, $123. Condor speed shop rear shock tower reinforcements, $20. Another spot on these cars that's prone to cracking. Trailing arm ball joints on the uppers and the rear, or in the front, sorry, that's $55. Condor, oh no, that was the rear. Whoops, scratch that. Condor speed shop solid trans mounts, 30 bucks. Which I didn't even put in the car. I have IRP. We'll get it, whatever. We'll get that. Labor welding for the reinforcement plates was 250 bucks. Labor weld, my 315 that I had in the car originally was 200 bucks. High on the diff, but whatever, it is what it is. Try to find someone for cheaper than that. You could do it. I believe in you.
Throw it! I believe in you!
2 extra axles, 50 bucks, just have them on hand. SLR lollipops up front. Don't run them anymore, but I used to run them before I had my angle kit. That was $223. 2 inner tie rods, 50 bucks. Control arm bushings for 38. CNC 71 angle kit, $775. And that's what's on the car currently. And I have 3 spare tie rods, which cost me 120 bucks. So that's it for the suspension. That was, you know, got a lot of stuff going on here. So now on the second half of that page, some good engine stuff, right? So starting off the bat, like this is maintenance, mods. This is just everything that I have spent on this car. I've done a pretty good job tracking most of it. I've forgotten a couple little things here and there, but like, this is a pretty comprehensible list. So, starting off here, we have spark plugs, $45. Headers, 112 bucks. Shout out eBay. If you know, you know. Power steering pump, $74. Thermostat, $28. control arm bushings up front, $38. This is back in the original rendition of the car before I did the angle kit or SLR, any of that stuff. Water pump, $22. The SAP delete plate, $18. Aluminum power steering pulley, $23. Aluminum water pump pulley, $21. Header install kit, $103. The install kit was gaskets, studs, yeah, gaskets, studs, and new nuts, hardware. Yeah, $103. Didn't cost as much as the headers by $6, $7, whatever it was. $9.
Where did you learn to count?
Math. Video MAF sensor, $90. Coolant, power steering, and distilled water to fill up everything, $90. Lower intake boot, $15. Radiator, $110. Power steering suction hose, $20. Chaos Calibrations ECU tune for when I deleted the SAP and did the headers, $115. Power steering reservoir, $57. Power steering return hose, $66. Bosch coils, $100. Valve cover gasket, $26. BMW valve cover stud bolt, $10. Oh, hold on. Like I said, this list includes everything. Alright. BMW valve cover grommet, $6. Vacuum hose, $6. Factory airbox shroud and MAF, $80. Shout out Drew for that. Drew went to a part out car for me, got me that stuff. That was nice. Valve cover nut for $10. Mishimoto cash can, $140. Check valve, $5. Radium PCV hose, $35. Intake manifold gasket, $31. Air intake upper boot, $13. Mishimoto 3/4 inch hose, $35. Mishimoto half-inch hose, $21. Half-inch to 5/8 adapter, $9. Check valve, 5/8, $10. Spark plugs, again, because this thing started running rough. Needed to do more plugs. Kind of fouled them out on me. Whatever, running rich. $50. Rain upper intake boot, $20. Oil change, $74. IRP engine and trans mounts, $145. So I know I mentioned about the Condor ones earlier. Never ended up putting them in the car for the transmission. I just also realized that was in the wrong section. Whatever. But yeah, I've got the IRP engine and trans mounts in here. They're like a solid poly. So they've got metal plates on the top, rubber in the middle. I like them. Definitely have a lot of NVH, but I mean, I have no complaints. Another oil change right there. Upstream, both O2 sensors. Oil change was $75. IRP mounts were $145. Both O2 sensors were $150 a piece. Another oil change, $75. Oil change, $90, and another oil change was $68. Yeah, oil prices fluctuate, but I also switched there, and the last two oil changes were a 10W40, so we went up in weight to try to have things be a little bit better for the car. So hopping into the next category I wrote down here, which was drivetrain and etc. parts, things. All brakes and rotors. Did that when I first got the car at 190,000 miles. I think we're at 198, like 6 right now. So all brakes and rotors, $300. Redline trans fluid, $43. New screw plug for the trans, $15. Guibo, $57. Center support bearing, $26. BMW lock plate, $10. BMW eccentric bolt, $30. Love that. BMW control arm locking nut, $1.30. Alignment. Oh, that price ain't right. I know I didn't. Oh, I paid $400 for an alignment. I bought toe plates right after that. That was not good. SLR lollipop bushings, round inserts, $30. Steering rack center tool, $25. That was actually a tool I got off of some guy in the Facebook groups. You put it on, helps the rack even out so you can do your alignment. Shout out to that dude. That's a cool 3D printed part. I'll have to go grab that and show you guys, but that's a cool one. Also get to support dudes in the community making stuff at home. And then I did a rear wheel ABS sensor, which was $40. On to the next category. So we have body and wheels / tires. I know I'm missing a few tires in here, I think, but that's okay. This is just a general gist for you guys. I bought 4 17-inch wheels and tires, $200. That was those 5 spokes I had at the beginning of the year. 2 16-inch tires, $50. I bought 4 tires off of Drew. Drew's got the homie hookup. Love that. $80 for 4 tires. This M3 bumper right here, actually, $175 I paid. Just grabbed that off another parts car. It was already silver, so I was like, whatever, no big deal. 4 new Ironmans I bought at one point, $250. I bought the MIGS wheels that are on the car for $150. Shout out my boy Ethan. Love that. The AC Schnitzer wing I got for $100 on the back of the car. Another set of 4 Ironmans for $320. Damn, that's a $70 price hike. Ooh, that's a $70 price difference right there. Inflation.
It's nice.
Anyways, 2 Z-Tex HP 1000s, which are what I finished the season with on the car right now. Got 2 of them for $112. And then to wrap up this list, we're almost there. We have the interior. So, looking at the interior, the NRG Prisma seat that I bought in the car, I paid $300 for it. I got that off of some dude off Facebook too. It was brand new. He bought it for a sim, but never used it. So, saved me a few bucks there. The planted seat bracket that it's on was $185. The Renown wheel that's in the car was $225. The NRG hub, $100. NRG quick release, $130. I'm a big dude. My knees get in the way. It's a lot easier to get in and out of the car without a steering wheel on. FDF heel plates were $230. The passenger window regulator was $28. If you know, you know, because you own an E46 or an E36, and they're always broken. My back windows still don't work. I've still never fixed them. Oops. The shifter rebuild kit, which was $56. An E46 DSSR rod for the shifter assembly, $115. And a weighted shift knob, which was $53. So, if you guys have been paying along this far, and I might have done some things because I had 2 different Excel sheets and I tried copying things from here to here, whatever. The total price to build this car was $10,965 and 0 cents.
Damn!
So, not terrible because it absolutely rips, and for like 11 grand, it's actually pretty good. Like, I'm happy with it. The car treated me really well this year. But then at the end of the day, you look at that bill and you're like, damn, this car still costs like 6 grand, 5 grand, 4 grand. Whatever. No, it's been really good. And obviously, as you guys can tell by the big list, I've replaced like every single thing on this car. The only thing I haven't done at this point is pull the engine or the trans. But I mean, everything else has been out of the car. Technically, by changing the mounts, I've had the engines separated from the chassis, but technically everything's been out. But I mean, yeah, there's like not a bolt that I haven't touched on this car at this point. So it's seen a lot. It's gotten a lot of love, but it's been good to me. So next up, we have, just real quick here, going to go into the cost to run all the events I drove this year. I drove a total of 14 events. We had a Lock City in April, $145, no trailer. Actually, we'll leave the trailer stuff at the end. So I did all 14 events. The total price was $1,840, and that was 7 Lock City events, 1 Palmer event, 3 Lebanon events, right there. The price for Lebanon events are $80. The price for Lock City events are $135 or $145 depending on the day, and then Palmer was $160. So I also rented a trailer this year 7 times for a total of $385. My estimated fuel costs, this is definitely not right, but I just kind of estimated it based off of trips. Estimated fuel for the truck was $560. Estimated for the car was $530. And I'm really good about not buying food. I always bring stuff from home. I like to keep costs down that way, especially, you know, that college budget. Things weren't the, you know, the biggest, so we gotta do what we can. So my estimated food is $150. I do pretty damn good at not buying food out. which brings that total, I don't know where that total came from. Oh, that total was $3,465, which is all that drift expense for the year. So to run the car, to build the car, sorry, and that whole drift expense for the year, total price was $14,430.21. Now, to throw in the truck, to build the drift car, car, drift expenses, and the truck expenses for the entire year brought me to a grand total of $21,290.21. Oh. So obviously, hang on. So obviously, it's in the grand scheme of things to build all these things and to do all these things in the world of motorsports, it's not that bad of a price, right? Most dudes have probably spent that on their drift cars and their trucks by this point. My truck's also my daily, so, you know, to include expenses like that, it's a little different. I think I got this truck for a good price. I mean, I paid $6 grand for it, and it had $6,000 in receipts from the last couple of years. So I think the truck is a pretty good deal, and it worked out for me anyways. Obviously, as you guys have seen this far, the car, I mean, the car's worked. The car's been great. Hopefully you guys didn't find that list super boring. Hopefully I did enough B-roll to spread it out and it was okay. But yeah, I mean, that's the price to go drifting for the whole year, and to build the car. So if you guys are looking to do something similar, obviously this was done in stages, you know, not all this stuff was done at once. But yeah, now you guys can get a little bit better understanding and super depth of just how all this stuff, how it all works and what you need to spend to kind of go for it. So my camera's about to die. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great holiday season, and I will see you guys in the next one.